The challenges confronting health systems in Canada and internationally are only growing in complexity.
Les inégalités de santé, les maladies chroniques, les menaces pandémiques, l'émergence de nouveaux besoins sociaux.
We've confronted for years this no-do gap. We have evidence, we have data, but we're not always able to deploy it.
Healthcare is changing. We need to change with it, and we need to build the skills of the future.
A heightened awareness of the importance of thinking about decolonial approaches to learning and epistemic justice has really called on all of us who work within health systems to think about how we can value the diverse perspectives that are reflected within our spaces.
Over the past decade, we've had numerous challenges that impact the skills required of health services and policy researchers.
It's critical that health services and policy research training also evolves to recognize both research and leadership skills.
The framework's really about creating a future-ready workforce, the type of people who will have that deep, profound understanding and expertise in health services and health policy.
Is aimed to equip the next generation of health services and policy researchers with the skills, the tools, and the capabilities to make an impact.
C'est un cadre conceptuel qui comporte de très nombreux avantages. Le premier étant celui d'intégrer à peu près toutes les facettes de compétences que l'on recherche à l'intérieur d'une même image.
You also have people who will have the leadership skills to build teams, to build networks, to understand and be able to explain how evidence will drive improvement within our health system.
Complex is the word that everyone is using to describe our healthcare system right now.
Les systèmes de santé actuellement sont confrontés à un grand nombre de défis de société.
And the skills that we need inside the health system to help generate appropriate evidence and bring evidence to policy decisions is needed now much more than ever.
And we need evidence-informed and innovative strategies more than ever.
Members of our society have been systematically excluded. Racism is pervasive throughout our system. Increased focus on equity, diversity, inclusion, and ableism is really, really important.
What's great and what's really unique about this framework is that it blends research and professional skills.
Just all of the things that we need in our health systems to be the change agents.
It incorporates leadership, it incorporates project management, it incorporates skills in change management and collaboration.
It features an important blend of research and professional skills in leadership and other key professional domains, and certainly will help build a workforce.
The framework features 9 core competencies and 2 transversal domains.
Change management, implementation, project management capability,
policy, implementation, communication.
And it packages all that together in an enriched core competency framework that centers 2 transversal domains in equity, diversity, inclusion, and anti-oppression, and Indigenous cultural safety and humility.
Competencies that address Indigenous worldview and Indigenous approaches to healthcare and health policy research.
C'est un cadre conceptuel qui fait une part généreuse à tout ce qui touche la question des premiers peuples, de même que la question d'équité, diversité et inclusion.
Inclusive perspectives on how to create a space that values all perspectives that reflect the diversity of the population that we have here in Canada.
Des lacunes qui persistent actuellement dans les programmes de formation et qui laissaient en général peu de place à ces enjeux d'EDI, mais aussi de relations avec les premiers peuples.
And this framework provides opportunity and explicit attention to those skills as critical in the Health System Leaders Toolkit.
CHR has adopted the core competencies and the refreshed core competencies. The IHSPR has been involved with the Training Modernization Working Group from the very beginning. We feel this is a journey and not a destination. And we're also not thinking that this is limited to training programs. I think all of us, whatever our roles in the health system, really need to focus on all of the competencies.
As many people as possible who are developing expertise in research to understand how they can best leverage that research knowledge in spaces where they stand to have impact.
We've seen great success at the health system impact fellowship level of the implementation of this framework and how we train fellows. And it would be amazing to see this framework adopted in other settings.
And the framework really helps you to hone in on some very specific areas so that you can focus and finish.
It responded very squarely to this gap, but I would envision a world where all of our trainees have an opportunity to think about leadership.
For me, it also provides an outline of the skills and knowledge that I need to develop into an emerging leader or a leader that can really navigate change within our current systems.
Je pense que c'est un cadre qui peut résonner sans égard vraiment à une université d'attache ou à une province d'attache. Je pense que les concepts qu'on y retrouve font largement consensus à travers le pays.
It enables pan-Canadian collaboration because the trainees have a similar foundation in terms of these very important research and leadership skills.
Je pense aussi qu'il y aurait un intérêt à ce que tout le monde puisse s'y coller de manière à pouvoir mieux travailler ensemble et tirer profit de collaboration entre les milieux universitaires du pays.
As you see the framework become more and more common, you should see a lot of things change in our system. You'll see the types of competition and improvement that we want.
What this framework does is provide opportunity for students to develop those skills so that when they graduate, they can contribute within academic careers, they can contribute as health system leaders, and they can contribute towards the advancements of learning health systems.
So this element of inclusion to me is what's most inspiring and beneficial about the enriched competencies. I think it gives everyone an opportunity to see how they fit into the system.
Adopting the framework into our training environments is a game change for health services and policy researchers across the country in order for them to use their research skills to inform and catalyze real system change.
Je pense que c'est un modèle ou un cadre conceptuel qui va favoriser la pérennisation du financement en recherche parce qu'on va être dans un monde qui se rapproche de celui duquel les décisionnaires sont habitués.
There's one framework that we can use, and by doing so, we're speaking the same language for those who are then the users of all of this.
Ça va assurer que le Canada va disposer d'une nouvelle génération de chercheurs essentiels pour s'engager dans des carrières variées et faire une différence dans les organisations, dans les systèmes de santé.
In my mind, that's the testament of a framework that has relevance and a framework that resonates and a framework that stands to have broad impact.
The importance and the necessity of undertaking that very challenging and difficult work of changing ourselves, our institutions, and our system.